Hello everybody and welcome back to Benjamin Magnus Plays Hearts of Iron 3. Now, a lot of time has passed since episode number 100. It is almost the end of February of 1946. I zoomed through the winter because basically nothing was happening. The only thing of note is that I sent 20 infantry divisions, about 350,000 men, over to India to subdue all the various nations left on over here, and it's all set to auto, so I don't have to worry about it too much. I also sent some bombers over there to help them out with that. What else? A ton of states got released as puppets. It actually seemed to speed the game up a little bit, not having to worry about so much stuff going on in my home territory. But Egypt, Jordan, Israel, Palestine, the Ukraine, Pakistan, might do India too, but a bunch of yeah, definitely I don't know why Pakistan got over here and over here. I have no idea why, but it worked out pretty well. It actually seemed to have sped the game. Actually, let's take a look at that real quick. Create a puppet. Soviet Union, Belarus, Poland, Party of Deutschland, Weimar Republic, Czechoslovakia. I generally like to give away areas. Might do India. India might be the only one. And the areas that, you know, don't have a lot in them, but don't have a lot of resources or IC, but it's just a lot of land. That's kind of what I like to do. And something of interest I want to note over here are Clausewitz class aircraft carriers, the Graf Zeppelin and the Peter Strasser, have finished construction. They have their proper carrier air groups, which doesn't just says Harrier Air Group 10, doesn't even show what it is anymore. Look at the speed on those things, though. 1,200 kilometers per hour. Super, super fast. This entire fleet is basically brand new. 33 kilometers per hour. Very fast units over here. What I'm doing right now is I'm raiding the hell. American BBs right there. Actually, these guys are set to convoy raid. Let's set them to patrol instead. I've got a bunch of submarines and even some surface ships. The Scharnhorst of the Gneisenau, accompanied by screens, convoy raiding up here near Iceland. I was thinking about doing a preliminary attack up here, take out these units, use it as a jumping off point. Thought it might be interesting. And in preparation for that, we have 10 Marine divisions. Now, these slightly smaller ones are the older ones that have been around since about 1940, I think. Very, very experienced units. And then these ones are going to be a little better in combat, have 104, almost 105% combined arms bonus. Actually, this one's even higher. What did I do there? You know what? I see what I did there. I accidentally did horse transport instead of light transport, and that knocked off some combined arms bonus. So the old ones are probably still going to be even better, but let's get this thing started up. Let's grab our 10 Marine divisions and load them up. These ships are going to be escorted. Well, let's construct a surface combat fleet. Damn it. It doesn't want it. Well, we can use the, yeah, the 3 old ones have a little bug on them. They don't like to work correctly. But let's grab the Bismarck, the Tirpitz. Let's grab 2 heavy cruisers, the Lutzow and the Friedrich. I liked the Prinz Eugen. I don't know why. I just like that name. Let's give them some anti-aircraft cruisers and some light cruisers. 1 light cruiser, 2 anti-aircraft cruisers. That's actually a pretty high positioning penalty, but we'll have to work with that. And let's see, we'll get them set up right here, move them over there, and then we're gonna grab our transports here. I'm using the whole fleet because in case there are losses, if you have extra ships, I don't think you'll actually take any unit destroyed kind of things. They won't actually get destroyed. Naval combat, interesting. Ooh, interesting. The Graf Zeppelin and the Peter Strasser came across those 2 American battleships. And let's see what's happening here. They got wrecked. Let's intercept. Nope, that's not how I want to do that. How do you Sword patrol? Move? Just tell them to move up there? Actually would like to destroy those American capital ships. Well, our destroyer escort was lightly damaged, but actually, outside of that, we came off pretty much unscathed. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to grab our CAGs, and we're going to see if we can do this. Naval strike right over here. That should send the CAGs out. Ah, and they got them. Sank the destroyer and 2 American battleships. Now we're going to grab those CAGs again. We're going to put them on CAG duty. And we're going to put these guys on patrol right here. There we go. The Americans just lost 2 capital ships, and it's screen. After playing Japan, I'm actually pretty good at naval combat. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I am decent at it. Alright, so let's grab our... Oh, we'll just do straight up... nope. Just click here, invasion, accept. 10 Marine divisions are going in. 10 Marine divisions. There's no Navy here to speak of, so anybody that does come in is going to be coming out from over this way. There's no Navy in the port here in Iceland. It's going to be a pretty good jumping off point to get into Greenland and Newfoundland. Actually, we could have taken the Faroe Islands as well, but maybe we could take them on the way. Actually, let's do this. Move up here. Let's send 1 Marine division to take the Faroe Islands. See what happens. There might be somebody there. Just want to see if there's anybody there, and if not, it'll deny them the use of a base. Nope, nobody there. No combat, which means they shouldn't have any, have to wait. There shouldn't be a, what's it called? A cooldown. I'll load these guys back up. Faroe Islands are ours now, and we're going to do this again. Not going to do the... I do not feel like doing the Azores right now. I'm going to convoy raid for a while down there with my submarines, just because I sent like 6 jet bomber. It was like 4 or 6, I can't remember, 4 or 6 jet bombers to bomb the port here, because they actually do have, jet bombers do have a decent sea attack. And they got wrecked. They were 100% destroyed, all of them. 100% destroyed. They dropped down to 0 and disappeared off the map. I lost all of them. And if it was in the middle of the game, I might have been upset about that. But because this is pretty much end game, I'm not terribly concerned. Here we are. Now, as of right now, the Soviet Union is leading in the polls. About 800 people have voted so far. Soviet Union is something like 29% of the vote, and Minor Nation has something like 28% of the vote. Now, I do think the Soviet Union is going to run out, but we're going to wait on that, see how it goes. That actually reminds me, I believe, yeah, the Ludendorff and the Molteki are, or Molteki, and the Friedrich der Gaulle, that's almost done too, is along with the Selditz, the Klauts with the Barbarossa, and the Silo are going to be done in the middle of the year. 4 new fleet carriers. All right, let's get this going. We're gonna. I do not think the United States is going to be able to provide too much a resistance. Honestly, I don't think they're going to be capable. I love that the Bismarck and the Tirpitz have been active for the entirety of the game, basically. I mean, they haven't made a lot of raids out, but they have been engaged in a certain amount of combat. Russia, Ireland, the United States, Canada, and we got... oh, that's Turkey. Turkey, my bad. And Brazil. Nylon, high popularity... Hitler goes into a rage. Oh, funny thing. I got an event about 4 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, maybe? It doesn't matter. Where Hitler... it reminded me very much of Nero, the Roman Emperor Nero appointing his horse as one of his counselors. Hitler let his dog Blondie make a decision. Bark once for yes, bark twice for no kind of thing. It was really funny. USS Texas has been lost. That must have been to Japan, because it wasn't to me, because those battleships were just number 14 and number 15. They're not even getting names anymore. And, and we're going to look at a couple things in here real quick. Because I know people like to look, so infantry tanks are still those Panzerkampfwagen 3 offs ends. Special tanks are still Panzer 3s with special amphibious attachments. Light armor is the Leopard. My heavy armor are now King Tigers. My regular Tiger, that's a picture of a post-war Leopard 1, but it's a Panzerkampfwagen Offs G up here. And my super heavy armor is the Mouse. But considering how poor the Mouse's stats are, don't think I'm going to be building any of them. Also, there's the fact, well, actually, how long does it take to build those? Let's see, scroll down here. Super heavy build time is 140. It's not as bad as I thought. The same as the, actually less than the heavy armor. 140 days. It's actually not too bad, but again, they're inferior. Where are we? Here we are. All right, here we go. Battle of Reykjavik. See how this goes. It's actually looking like it's going very well. BlackICE is no longer attempting to align itself towards our faction. Won the Battle of London against Danish troops, apparently. I do have a little police force over here in England. Let's see, how are these guys actually... let's click on one of these, go to the Battle of Reykjavik. Whoa! A bunch of tanks in there, too, but it looks they should be having shore bombardment, lack of supplies, so the, what's it called, it has taken effect. I have some strategic bombers way down here. Where's the closest airport? Probably Scapa Flow. It's a level 40, too. I hit rebase instead of reserve. Oh, well. They might be able to hit them. Yeah, ground attack. Have them ground attack up here. These are pretty antiquated. They're Euchre 89s, but they're upgrading. Didn't I tell you to attack? Ground attack. Bombing of Reykjavik. I don't know. It looks like Latvian and Danish planes there. Bombing of Reykjavik. Yeah, look what happens with bombers these days. Pretty bad. They don't fare well against ground units. So they're gonna just let them go back to Scapa Flow. Battle of Reykjavik is actually going pretty well so far. I mean, they've lost a decent number of units out of combat, and I've lost basically nothing. I think it's going to be a bit more lengthy than I'm used to for a naval invasion, but perfectly fine. Got the Bismarck and the Tirpitz there providing support. Yeah, they're definitely going to make me fight for it, but we're doing perfectly fine. American mechanized troops. Think about this is the largest naval invasion I have ever done. 10 divisions, 10 Marine divisions. I've never made more than 5 Marine divisions because they're specialty troops, so I usually don't do a ton of them. Whoa. Industry. What's 2 years ahead this one? And a lot of these are ahead. Construction. Strategic Doctrine, a bunch of them in here. Although, there's a couple that I could use. I'm actually putting some of the 47 tech on there just because I have tons of projects available. Special Forces, that's what that was. Not Strategic, Special Forces. Which is, I always lose it on here. Special Ops. There's that. And armor. Here and here. Actually do all of these as well. If anybody's interested, my heavy tank destroyers, well, my heavy assault guns are the Broombars, which I believe is Grizzly Bear in German. I might be wrong there. I thought it was Grizzly Bear. And my heavy TDs is Jagdtigers. There are actually several Let's see. I believe... Yep. Yag Tigers. Attached to some SS heavy tanks. Lack of supplies. Well, we have lack of supplies. They have more lack of supplies. Largest naval invasion in history. The Battle of Reykjavik, Iceland. More jet fighters. Might do the Azores after that. This was kind of like a test of the Azores, because the Azores do have a bunch of people down there. Is it a question mark? Because I don't know what it is. Let's see, one Marine division is starting to lose organization, but there are several in reserve. Technology, prototypes. Here, the bomber. And then all these planes as well. We can. Might as well. I love that the Peter Strasser and the Graf Zeppelin sank 2 American battleships with their carrier air groups. Once Reykjavik actually falls, this will be a pretty easy cleanup. It's only 2 provinces. Plenty of Marines to head in there. And then we'll probably go over to Greenland. I doubt there's much over there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to jump across to Newfoundland down here. What's the name of this? I believe this is a major naval base. One of these is a major naval base. There is one big one up here. That's actually St. John's. I think that's the one I'm talking about. It's actually the capital of the United Kingdom now. And I like New England for an initial invasion because several ports are key to getting in enough supplies. And what you can do is get New York and Boston and quickly move on to Philadelphia. And then usually what I do like to do is make several more invasions. I'm probably going to do one down in South America too and overrun a lot of those South American countries. And before I forget, we are going to give the game a quick save so we don't lose all this wonderful progress. Oh, saved very quickly too. Nice. Usually if it saves really quickly, it means the game's in a good state. And if it takes like a minute to save, it means it's in danger of crashing. I think no matter what, the game has RAM leakage, so the longer you play it, the closer you're going to get to problems. Yeah, we're going to rip through motorized troops like they weren't even there. I mean, they're mechanized and light armor might be... That's light armor, right? They're actually putting up a hell of a defense, but my Marines are far too experienced. No, these are actually the inexperienced ones that are going in, too. Naval doctrine, radar training. Oh, this is awesome. I don't know, how many is 10 divisions? So there's, some of them are at 14,000, some are at 17,000. I'd say about 160,000 men. 160,000 men storming the beaches of Reykjavik, Iceland, defended by, I don't know, 150, 200,000 Americans. Airborne unit training. Ooh, what do we finish? Jet bomber, I'll just attach those to this guy right there. Easy as can be. Electronics. Here we go, here we go. What am I looking for in here? Ah, encryption machines. Oh, let's get this going. Yep, those are the last of their reserve divisions right there. So once we start, so they're not going to be filtering in anymore after that. So we'll just keep this going. I mean, the casualties are going to be high, but frankly, I'm fine with it. I actually had something like 2.5 million manpower, and then I grabbed the redirector manpower into, I put it into my industry in reserve. Ah, yeah, these guys. Now, is this, that's one of the really good ones. Not terribly worried about American armor, frankly. My armor, my extremely good armor and years and years and years of experience are going to win out. This is basically the battle. This episode's basically the Battle of Reykjavik. And I'm pretty sure, I mean, Iceland's a beast of a language, but I think I'm pronouncing Reykjavik correctly. Heads-up display for avionics, but I believe that's like a 1949 tech. And these are some mechanized troops that got upgraded from motorized troops. Probably going to get attached to those SS heavy troops. Avionics. Heads-up display, 1950. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Almost done. I like how there's two divisions in reserve, two that are untouched, and I'm like, it's almost done. I mean, there are going to be a lot of casualties here. I'm on both sides, honestly, on both sides. It's really the first big battle between, I don't know. If I'll say it was the first big battle, I don't know if you count D-Day a big battle because the Americans got wrecked. Absolutely wrecked. Infantry. So we're going to have a bunch going into reinforcements right now. Ludendorff and Moltke are coming off. Longest naval invasion ever. Been going for weeks. But the Americans are just about out of troops. And once we get on there, we're going to have fresh troops. They're not going to have fresh troops, and everyone's going to get wiped out in a pretty big encirclement. Well, I don't know if you can call it an encirclement when there's only 3 provinces to work with. There we go. Last one. Oh, they sent in their command units, and boom, huge victory parade. So, Battle of Reykjavik. I said 160,000. I was off by 40,000, and 120,000 fought in that battle. 23,791 German Marines perished. The Americans had almost close to 400,000 men defending the beaches. I was way off. And 140,000 died. Reykjavik is nothing but a cemetery now. And we are immediately going to overrun them. And what I'm going to do is grab this navy. It is going to... Oh, 4 of them are still on the boats. Hey, get over there. Still on the boats. There you go. Alright. You guys are going to get wrecked over here. Arctic. Wonder what that kind of... Is that a lot of terrain penalties? Yeah. So why don't we move the Bismarck and the Tirpitz over here. It's basically going to be overruns. No one's going to escape. I thought that said the Battle of Hoth for a second. I was like, that's pretty cool. Get the Bismarck and the Tirpitz over there. That should give us a nice shore bombardment. I'm pretty sure this province will be the one that counts. Right, shore bombardment. There we go. Going to be a good deal more casualties over here. Actually, these units that are a little weary probably shouldn't actually be in combat. Like you. So the other ones are fine though, but not you. You can get in there. You can get in there. There we go. Yeah, this the Black Skulls. The Black Skull Division was the one that took the brunt of the assault. They must have some really good terrain. Terrain, lack of supplies, river crossing penalty, fort modified. There's a fort here? Bullshit. Where's there a fucking fort? Or maybe that's from weather. Maybe it's because it's the Arctic. Well, last time these guys got wrecked pretty good. I mean, we should be almost done here, yeah. Overrun these troops, and that'll be that. Basically, this entire month was spent overrunning Iceland. Battle of Iceland. The fall of Iceland. How's India doing? Well, we got it pretty much taken care of over here. A couple pockets here and there. No big deal. And what is that? Infantry? Infantry and strategic doctrine and more infantry? Something else must have finished in here. Ah, fucking prime mover. And strategic doctrine. Deep battle. There we go. I mean, that was a lot of men, but still, we lost 25,000. They lost 140,000, and then overrun troops. If we wanted, we could actually starve them out too, but I just want to overrun them. I just want to get it over and done with. I think these guys can make a bombing run and not get wrecked. What if we did a logistical bombing run over here? Will they get shot down still? Got upgraded once since the last attack. There's nothing there. No supplies. Yeah, none of these units have any organization. So, all in all, about 500,000 American soldiers are going to die in Iceland. 1 point. A military hero has emerged. Oh, 100,000 men for the pool? Sure, take it. Yeah, now that there's basically unlimited research, everything's getting... Like, my Navy's super advanced because I have research to plop into it. I went so far past... I went past that so quickly. All I saw was that 20,000 Germans were dead. I didn't see how many American casualties there were. The rival, the Bismarck and the Tirpitz, should definitely turn the tide of this battle. Oh, there we go. And that's that. We're going to overrun these troops. And that'll be... Everything is done. What size base is this? US Ranger has been lost. The Americans lost a carrier. Let's further expand the collective. More industrial capacity? Why not? It's only a level 4 naval base. And it's actually heavily damaged, down to about a level 1 right now. So let's see. Just let these guys move to their respective provinces, and then we can move them back. And we're probably just going to move them out. Probably back to Scapa. I don't know. They need their organization back, and they're not going to be getting it from a level 1 port, I don't think. Oh, they got some more units in there. Those are those guys that retreated, though, so there's no organization to be had. Don't even need to bring the Bismarck and the Tirpitz out. They're going to fall pretty quickly. Yeah. These Marines have seen horrendous losses in their careers. They basically are the guys who get thrown in to, like, trouble spots often, very often, and gotten the raw end of the deal. There were a couple times where this unit, these guys were pretty much almost entirely wiped out. We lost a battle up here. I hope they weren't using our troops for that. They were. Go AI. Oh, way back here. Yeah, they're gonna run out of units pretty soon. And that'll be all of Iceland. Another 180,000 American troops there. It actually took far longer than I expected. But frankly, there were far more Americans on Iceland than I thought there were. Well, think about it this. I should be able to supply 10 divisions, like 120,000 men with a level 1 port, if the Americans could supply 500,000 men with a level 4 port. Yeah, they're retreating left and right. Surface-to-air missiles, those are pretty cool. Think these guys will get there before the battle ends. I mean, they're relatively zippy. For late war battleships, nah. 28.5 kilometers per hour. Early war, that would have been plenty fast. Oh, we won that battle. Americans are overrun. So, well, we'll just let them continue moving on over there. I want to make sure everything gets properly overrun. Infantry. Those 2 techs right there are super important. I mean, we're not really having too much of a supply problem, and we got all these ships here. Come on. I want to make sure Iceland's completely fallen. Well, and the Faroe Islands fell too, but there's nobody there. Come on. You can make it. You can make it. Supply depot sabotaged by the USA. Oh, that's unfortunate. All right. There we go. Iceland is no more. That bomber's finished. That was a hell. Honestly, fucking hell. Iceland was a hell of a battle. What, like 600,000 casualties all said in total? Something like that? Jesus Christ. Just for Iceland. And look at the Azores are only 1 province. So if it falls, everything goes. They do have a navy down here, and I kind of wanted to let my navy, you know, test the waters with my untested navy. I just used the word tested a lot, didn't I? Whoa. I'll clear that up off screen because we're going to end this episode right here. So if you have enjoyed this, just drop me a like, leave me those comments right down below. If you're interested in more Benjamin Magnus plays Hearts of Iron 3, just subscribe to this channel and I will see you next time.